the Seed of Remembrance. Old Silas sat in the cool shade of the venerable apple tree, its gnarled branches stretching high into the sky. His hands, rough and weathered like the tree's bark, rested gently on his knees. The warm summer air was filled with the buzzing of bees, tirelessly flitting around the ripened, sun-kissed fruits, while the sweet aroma of apples permeated the heart of the valley. This was no ordinary tree. It was the oldest apple tree in the entire valley, its mighty roots delving deep into the history and soil of the land. Silas held in his hands a single, flawless red apple. But this apple was much more than a simple fruit. It was a Remembrance Apple, cultivated from a seed he had once carefully saved from his late Elara's favorite tree. Elara, the vivacious and warm-hearted woman, had always adored apples. She believed that they held the sun within and the sweetness of summer at their core. To her, apples symbolized all the beautiful moments they had shared together. Every year, as was his cherished tradition, Silas would select one apple from this tree and sit beneath its boughs to remember Elara. He would caress its smooth skin, and with each touch, memories would flood his mind. The joyful sound of Elara's laughter as she dashed about the garden, the sparkle in her eyes when she enjoyed a freshly baked slice of apple pie, and the tender grip of her hand that always made him feel secure. Yet this year, everything felt different. As Silas turned the apple over in his hands, a sudden, strange chill shot through his veins. He closed his eyes, and in his mind, Elara appeared, but not as vividly and radiantly as he remembered. Her image was blurred, as if slowly dissolving into the mists of time. A sharp pang of fear gripped him. Was it possible that he was beginning to lose the essence of his beloved Elara? Was the relentless march of time leaving its indelible mark even on his memories? In that moment of inner vulnerability, Silas felt an urge to discard the apple thoughtlessly, as if by doing so he could banish the painful thought. But almost imperceptibly, he heard a gentle voice, soft as a whisper on the wind, reminding him, "Do not despair, Silas. To remember is to live." It was as if Elara herself were speaking to him, urging him to cling to the stories that had made their life together so rich and meaningful. With trembling hands, Silas raised the apple to his lips and took a bite. The explosion of sweet tart juice on his tongue was like a burst of sunshine breaking through the clouds of a stormy recollection. As he chewed, his memories began to clear. He recalled the day he and Elara first met at the annual Apple Festival, a day filled with laughter, music, and the heady scent of freshly picked fruits. He thought of the nights they had spent together under a starry sky, dreaming of a future filled with hope and love. Every memory was like a puzzle piece, gradually completing the picture of their shared life. The more he ate and recounted his recollections, the more vividly Elara reappeared in his mind. The initial blur gave way to a clear portrait of the woman who had once captured his heart so completely. Her loving nature, her infectious laughter, and the way she imbued even the simplest moments with meaning became tangible images in his mind once more. The Remembrance Apple was not merely a piece of fruit. It was the key that unlocked the treasure chest of all those precious moments Silas and Elara had shared. As the afternoon sun slowly sank lower, Silas remained there, nurturing the stories in his heart like a living flame. He knew that even if time left its inevitable marks, the memories they had created together would endure forever. Just as the deep roots of the ancient apple tree were firmly embedded in the earth, so too were their memories woven into the fabric of his soul. As long as he continued to tell these stories, Elara would always remain with him, in thought, in love, and in every sweet bite of an apple. A gentle smile graced Silas's face as he savored the final bite of the apple. In that quiet hour, He realized that the true magic did not lie in forgetting, but in the steadfast act of remembering. In overcoming his loss, he had rediscovered the indomitable power of memory, a seed that would never wither away. Thank you for listening. If you like our stories, please like and subscribe. Until next time.